We're gonna have a little fun with our makeup today. I've been seeing this Painted by Esther technique all over my timeline. If you're not familiar with that, it's basically when the focal point of your makeup is your blush, and it's a lot of beautiful blush. So let's just play around and see what we come up with. I already have my base foundation on and a little bit of bronzer. I'm gonna color correct just a little bit with this peachy color concealer. This is literally just to brighten my under eye a smidge before we go in with my actual concealer colors. This is just my base concealer. I'm applying it a little bit lower because I want to blend upward. Let that dry down before you blend it out. I don't recall the exact steps for her technique, but either way, it's always important to lay your base concealer before applying your blush. Now that this is dried down some, we're gonna blend upward. If you followed some of my previous makeup tips, I typically like to blend and set one eye at a time. For the purpose of this experiment, I'm gonna go ahead and blend it all out and we'll come back to the setting later. Now the fun begins. I want to go for a very pink blushy look, but it's also daytime makeup, so I don't want to necessarily go too hard with it. We're gonna start off with this shade of cheek tint. Okay, y'all, here we go. Ooh, she is pink. Now we're just gonna blend that out. You want to focus under the eye, but also upward. I'm gonna add one more layer here. Oh, that's beautiful. This is very sheer, but I think it's gonna work to our benefit when we add the additional blush color. That's so pretty. All right, so now we're gonna go in with a brighter pink. Now this is a deeper pink, so I really don't know what to expect. Just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna pick it up from the case and dab a little bit on my hand. Now we're gonna just apply this all over. Ooh, wow. I'm gonna put a little bit more in the back of my hand. There we go. Not to worry, we're gonna add some more concealer under our eye. This is so rosy. Wow. She's blushy. Now we're gonna add some brightening concealer in the corners here. And I am gonna add just a hint of my other concealer to help blend it all together. Here's where we're absolutely gonna blend and set our eyes one at a time. Whenever I set my under eye, I always use a pressed powder and a loose powder. I don't have a pressed powder in a pinkish shade, but at the end of the day, it's all makeup. So we're gonna use this ColourPop shadow. And this is kind of giving pinkish pressed powder. We're gonna prep this before we blend the eye. I think this can work. A little bit on the back of the hand to even it out. So this is all just blending together. And right where the concealer meets the blush, without adding any additional product, use the same brush you used earlier and just blend that out. Now I'm just toggling back and forth between the concealer brush and the blush brush. And while we're at it, we're gonna blend this line a bit with the brush that I used to blend out my foundation. We're basically just trying to get rid of any harsh lines. Now that we're blended, we're gonna take that pressed powder for eyeshadow, get in that corner. Oh wow, baby, that's pink. But I kind of love it. I do have a pink loose setting powder, so naturally we're gonna use that. I'm just gonna let her bake a little bit. While she's setting, we're gonna do the exact same thing on this side. While we're baking, I'm gonna sculpt my face a bit more and be back. To create this blush look, we did use a lot of premium liquids, so we're gonna make sure we set all of that with a powder blush. And this is the final look. Absolutely loving it.